learned it at an early age, grew up in a factory, had early exposure to manufacturing, and I was always drawn to the metal shop. And after a couple of years, I just learned that that was my medium. I'd been painting a little bit and doing some jewelry and experimenting with material, but the metal work, I always went back to the metal. When I think of that sculpture, I immediately think of, so close to the port and the shipping industry, oil and gas, heavy industry, commerce. I wanted it to be a horizontal landscape of a sculpture. You see it from a distance, but then you can approach it and walk through it and touch it, see it, and it has a sound refractory element. The walls create sound change. So we're changing the space, we're changing the sound, and then at night it's going to be lit differently. So it's almost like two or three different art experiences in one. The building's important. I don't want to compete with the architecture, I want to complement it. It's a technical institute, so there are certain aspects of the sculpture that have aerospace type of construction. So I wanted to put a little bit of that into the sculpture where it definitely had kind of a technical look to it, a precision to it. There's 5 design elements to the sculpture that are sort of indicative of the whole of a ship, or part of a componentry of shipping. Again, back to the bay and the industrial feel of that whole area. So I picked Cor-Ten steel. So Cor-Ten is a weathering steel that is designed to corrode and protect itself over time. And those are the 3 what I call walls that are Cor-Ten. The other 2 walls are aluminum. It's designed for its lightweight strength ratio. I ordered a special alloy that's marine resistant to salt air and stuff like that. And the framework is stainless steel. I like to work with the natural materials that I pick. I typically don't use paint. I let the material speak for itself. The finishes I keep simple. That's one of my rules. Low maintenance. I think an artwork in the public should be appropriate and not fussy details where it's going to take constant care. These public art pieces for the educational community are important because it's a visual reference of something created from just an imagination. I think when students see that, they get inspired. They may see it as a gathering spot or place to debate. A student or anybody in that area could go sit near the sculpture just to enjoy the presence of an artwork. So I try to draw people in to get them away from their current reality, which might be stressful. So my goal is to get people to detach just for maybe a few minutes and appreciate something that's designed for them.